boredom strikes again. I've been watching all my video game review, video game book review videos, I almost said tapes, and I saw this thing laying on the floor. This is quite possibly one of the stupidest books I've ever read in my life. The Book of the Ninja. Start off with this: Mandamus, obey this warning. Sacred names and seals, which will most surely do you injury. Well, if you screw up this book, you will attract an evil spirit and other powerful influences, which will most surely do you injury and cause you to regret your actions. Some about the Grand Order of Adepts and Master Lamas. Stupid. Okay. This manual is for stuff about the dojo. Manual of Arms. Taco, not to be confused with Taco Bell, or the guy that did Putting on the Ritz. Then we have the rankings here. White belt, symbolizing that the student is pure. Not yet initiated into the secrets of the art. I don't think you'd see ninjas running around with yellow belts and green belts and brown belts and all like junk. Q, and they have the subdivisions, not to be confused with the song by Rush. They have Q, which means boy, and Dan, and it's all weird. About face, Neil, there's Taco again, and they have a whole page on meditation, which, you know, I mean, I guess ninjas can meditate, I don't know. This is just one of those, this symbol, which has never appeared in any other, I think it is revealed here to the public for the second time. And this is apparently a compass, not just a random diagram. And a thorough knowledge of the human anatomy is an important factor in the study of the fighting arts. And trachea, lungs, blood vessels, testicles. I love how they mention the friggin' testicles as a vital point. Well, if you hit somebody there, they're gonna drop like a rock. We are proud to be karateka. We shall always practice and study. We shall always be quick to seize opportunity. We shall always practice patience. We shall always keep the fighting spirit of karate, even though this is a book on ninjutsu. What the hell? We shall always block soft and strike hard. We shall always believe that nothing is impossible. We shall always discard the bad. We shall keep the good. We shall always be loyal to ourselves, our art, and our country. Oh yeah, in all these first ones they have a comma after the we, and in the second ones they don't have that. And this is, you know, strategic you'd think that this was the next chapter, but it's not. They just basic technique. We got the horse stance, not to be confused with the buffalo stance or Gangnam style or anything along those lines. We've got knife hand, shuto, which does not turn your hand into a knife, but it's stupid. The reverse punch. All of these just look stupid. I mean, you got back fist from the basic fighting position. Ridge hand, not to be confused with knife hand. Well, it says from the basic fighting position, extend the fingers and form knife hands. What the hell? Finger jab, UBUK, cross block. Again, shoulder block, which looks like a really crappy version of the death block from regular show. Rising forearm block, which is I think Bruce Lee said it best when he said that organized fighting competitions are like dry land swimming, which is exactly what this book reminds me of. Down block, foot sweep. It's not even a regular foot side kick. Snap hit. That's not a roundhouse kick. Crescent kick. Top wrist lock. Inside crescent kick. All these are just hip throw, inverted throw, shoulder throw. We have the centerline theory, which is apparently an integral part of the Wing Chun style. and the Four Corners theory, the principles of self-defense, determination. The master knows through his own resoluteness, that he will determine the outcome of the aggression and acts accordingly. Calmness. The master's mind remains cool and composed in the face of violence. This allows him to calculate. Conservation. No, I'm not reading all these. Conservation, power, directness, pain, reactions. 7 requirements of proficiency. And this page, which mentions the Chunin, the Jinin, and the Jonin. I think all those were mentioned in Naruto. This is just a martial arts book. This is nothing you couldn't find. You could probably find these on YouTube if already. Beginnings of ninjutsu. That's a cool little thing of, I don't know if that's katakana or kanji. And then we get to the art of invisibility, which, contrary to popular belief, is not some magical technique which enables you to disassemble your body and then reassemble. That's teleportation, genius. Or change the structure of your body so that it remains in view but is transparent. The art of invisibility is the skills you employ to make yourself invisible or unseeable, and, in this context, the art itself becomes almost a philosophy. Inpo, the art of hiding. Tanpo, the art of escaping. And Yuki and Nage, 2 dudes in a dojo just standing there. I mean, this is almost cartoonish in its stupidity. I mean, again, this is about how to move around someone without them noticing you, and then you just choke them out. And then you make sure that they can still breathe. And then speaking of choking out, here's chokeholds. There are 2 types of strangleholds. Using the coat collar or using the arms and leg around the neck. Neck holds can be used alone. However, whenever it is necessary to use a neck hold, be exceedingly careful. A man who has been rendered unconscious by a neck hold will not revive automatically. He must be brought back by expert resuscitors. I love how they tell you about the deadly secrets of the ninja, and then they're like, oh, but be careful, we don't want you to accidentally kill some. This is probably the stupidest thing in this book, the Kata Dante, the effect, the dance of death. When, right here, completing the release the throat and continue the circle up and under the groin with an open hand slap to the testes. Monkey stealing peach. I'm not kidding, that's what they call it. After the slap, grab and de-groin in an upward and backward. If you ever try to use this in an actual fight, you will probably be killed. And then they talk about Dim Mak, the death punch, or the death touch, which I think was mentioned in Death Sport with Jean-Claude Van Damme, who played Guile in the Street Fighter movie that I mentioned in one of my other videos. I'm gonna kick Bison's ass so hard, the next Bison wannabe is gonna feel it. That line alone just tore that movie a new one. They don't even talk about how to do the death, because this guy's like, I do not stress kicking. There are many good methods, but there are only 24 hours in a day. If I could kick expertly, I would be an imperfect boxer. In all humility, I tell you that my boxing... And there's a phone number up here, for no reason. Walkinshaw, 305-237-3789. I mean, it's just... And the Samurai Creed, which is someone saying, I have no stuff, I make whatever my stuff. I have no parents, I make the heavens and the earth my parents. Yeah. I may read that in full in a separate video and read it as stupidly as possible. Not out of disrespect for the samurai, but just out of disrespect for this book. Swordsmanship. The Bushi, armed with the sword, became the most important social class. Yeah, I mean, they don't mention Dark's Dagger Shuriken. And they also don't mention the broadsword, because it's used in a two-handed manner. This is probably the author just wearing a really stupid ninja mask. Looks like he's about to break into someone's house. The Koga Ninjutsu draw. Ground the sky. And you have this guy, Terry Stephen Duncan, who doesn't even look like he's related to the rest of these people. I think these photos are from a completely different organization. The sword is not. He's now in a position to complete the form by flicking away the blood which covers his blade, called Shiburi by Kajisuka. This act is from it. Now you can tell this book was just photocopied. Christopher Hunter. I love this, and then they have the name Christopher Hunter, and then the word ninjutsu has been translated as the silent way. The followers of that way are known as ninja, the invisible assassins. Looked for, they cannot be seen. Listened for, they cannot be heard. Espionage was their trade in ancient times, a trade they referred to as the Great Game, and at which they had no equal. They were primarily small men with broad shoulders who believed that nothing was impossible. What? So is the author a ninja? What the hell? And then we have bibliography. Most of these books probably is postscript. Now that you have read and understood the information contained herein, it is advised by the author that you return to the beginning and read through twice more. No. In this way, the secrets of the empty hand will be placed at the subconscious level. Secrets of the empty hand? When the hell was this ever called the empty hand? Whatever. We place at the subconscious level of mind. Mind, the capital M. Ready to be recalled, should the need arise. This is a stupid book. I got this from my cousin. Book of the Ninja. More like Book of the Suck. Ugh.